Hi everyone. For those of you who don't know me, it's Mary Sophia from the Flower Guild of St. Anne's Annapolis. Normally I see everybody in the parish hall on the first Sunday of Advent to make Advent wreaths. This year, 2020, we're doing things virtually. So you're going to have stopped by the church, probably with your mom or your dad, and picked up a bag of materials. Okay, so what I have here, this is called Oasis or floral foam, and I have soaked it in water. So I have that. If you buy foam at a craft store, just be careful that you get the kind that is used for fresh flowers that you soak in water and it's wet. In craft stores, they often sell the one for dried flowers. That's different. Okay, so I have boxwood. You'll have boxwood in your package. And probably you'll be on your own to collect other decorations. So here we have holly, and here I just pulled off of crepe myrtle trees some crepe myrtle berries, and I spray painted them gold. And you can also use sweet gum balls. Are beautiful. Everyone hates stepping on them, but they're beautiful at Christmas time. You can collect ordinary pine cones. You can spray paint them gold. So then you're going to want something. You'll have your Advent candles will be in your package, and you will want to have something to put the candles in. If you have one of these, it's really great, and you might have one, your grandmother might have one, you might have one in your attic, or you might be able to get one at a craft store. These are exactly meant for the wreaths, and they have places to easily put the candles. If you don't have that, any kind of candle holder will do. Just anything you have. Okay, so the fun thing that you can do, this is quick soak Oasis. It absorbs the water very, very fast. Literally takes only a couple minutes, so it'll be dry when you get it. You only need a tiny bit of water, like half an inch of water in your sink, and it's kind of fun to watch it soak in because you can watch the capillary action. It's very fast. Put it upside down, and it'll just absorb the water. It'll soak all the way through. It takes only a couple minutes. It should be damp all the way through. You're going to want some kind of a plate or a platter to put this on, because this does have plastic on the back to sort of hold it together, but it's not really going to protect your table. And if you want it to stay fresh throughout Advent, you probably want to water your arrangement. So put it here. Now I have a little example here that I've done. Anna, my friend Anna's videotaping. She can help me. I've made a little example with playing cards just to show you. You know, children have a tendency to take the greens and they stick them straight up and crooked and all kinds of things. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine. But if you want a more finished look, you're going to want to put them on top of each other in this sort of a thing. And when you get to the end, you tuck it under the last one to make the finished look. So we're going to be doing that idea, but with greenery. Okay, so here we are with our boxwood. If you have pieces that are this big and you give them to your children, the children are likely to do this. And that's going to be a fire hazard. It's going to look a little messy, and it's going to be a fire hazard. So you can encourage your children to do smaller pieces, or you can break them into smaller pieces when you give them to the children. So you take the boxwood, and you pull the extra bits off. As you see, I'm working outdoors, so if you make a mess, it's fine. You want to pull the bits off the end so you have a bit of stem at the end to stick in. So if you have all the leaves in the way, it doesn't go in there easily. The other thing that's very nice to do is to break them like this. Now I have two separate pieces, and again, strip the end, and I can do this. So I'll put it in like this. If you stick it up like this, it's going to be too tall and look messier. You want to lay it as flat as possible. So as much as possible, instead of doing this, you want to go at that angle, really almost just laying down flat. I really like the ones, see how this branches out, two sides, so it goes left and right and fills it in on both sides. My videographer is telling me to hurry up because Connie asked me to keep this to 5 minutes, but anyway, you can use clippers. You can actually just break this. It's fine, you can break it. Pull the leaves off the end. This is a nice thick piece. Lay it flat, and you continue around the wreath. So, yeah, as they do in the cooking shows, I'm going to pull a quick switch on you and go for one that I've already worked on. So normally I would probably make this a little thicker, but I didn't have a lot of boxwood and I'm just giving you a demonstration. So once you go all the way around on the top, then you can go around and put them on the sides. Again, the same thing, overlapping in the same direction. Don't worry if things are too big and too messy. Grab your clippers or your fingers and just pull off the extra pieces that are in your way. But your decorations are going to hold some of this down. So here we are with the holly. Okay, this is a nice, beautiful holly with plenty of berries. And Anna's telling me I've run over time, but plenty of berries. And again, clippers or fingers if necessary. If you stick it in like this, with all this green on stuff, we're not emphasizing the berries. So it's very easy to fix that problem. Just snip off the end, and what we have left is the berries. So we can just put the berries in our wreath. And I have cheated by doing a few in advance, so I could do this quickly to show you. You can spread these out around your wreath. Then you can take the pine cones or whatever you've collected, just take a little piece of wire if you have it. Since it's just going to sit on your table, it's not important if you don't have wire. If you have wire, that's great. Take wire, wrap it around, twist it, and then you can stick your pine cones in like that. If you want pine cones that are gold, you use these. Okay, here we are with this lovely branch of it's the first time I've ever done this with crepe myrtle berries, but I personally think they're beautiful. And the same thing applies. We can do that. We can snip off and make that into two pieces. And this is great because it has ones going left, right, and in the center, so it'll go on all sides of the wreath and kind of branch out. So that'll look nice. And here again, we just pull the ones off the end and stick these in here. So this demonstration wreath I'm trying to do really, really fast. I would probably be a little more persnickety if I had more time, but I think you get the idea of what we're going for. And the record-setting time, by the way, for Father Dion, I made one in, I think, 5 minutes last year. But anyway, here we go, Advent wreath. And we're going to use whatever we have at home, put our candles in our Advent wreath, either inside or outside. In the past, we tried putting the candles into the oasis, and it really makes a mess and breaks up the oasis, so we don't recommend doing that. So here you go, Advent wreath. I hope everybody has fun. Okay, happy Advent.